morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, I hope you're feeling fine. The sun is just above the hill, another day for us to fill with all the things we love to do. Oh, can't you hear? It's calling you, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning. It's still morning for another few minutes or so. I am on lunch break and having for lunch a green tea latte that I have made. It's a latte because it has a latte milk in it. Whole milk I used. It's just green tea with whole milk and honey. Feels good going down. Feels good in my belly. For breakfast, I had 2 pieces of bread and 2 eggs. Just real light, something light, because I don't want to overweigh my stomach. I shouldn't anyway. I really need to watch how much I eat at once because it makes me very, not feeling good. So anyway, eating a quarter of a meal every hour or something. I don't know. There's no time frame. Just eat a peck on my food when I'm hungry. It's hard to find food that you can just eat, like hot food. You can't have hot food and have it continue to be hot. Like I don't have a hot plate or whatever in my office because fire hazard. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to say about that. The sun is out today. Yeah, you like my plant? It's pretty dying. I decided not to water it anymore, and that's why it's dying. So once it's all the way dead, I can put something else in there that actually gets like flowers. Something that will actually grow flowers and life instead of just green. Sometimes it'll have, and occasionally have a stalk with the white lily and stuff. Anywho, I could put like a cactuses in there or something. I'll think about it. So I've got my mug, my chocolate mousse mug, my latte, and that's all I need. Russ has installed the new furnace induction fan. He is now grumbling and complaining because the heater is not turning on. We still need to install the new pressure switch, which was the initial problem to begin with. All right, kitty, I'm following you now. The chili's in the pot. Okay, let's go upstairs. I'm following you. Yeah, you gotta keep going. Okay, where are we going? I'm following you. Okay, let's go look. Come on, Fuzzy Butt, let's go look. What's the deal? You have food and water. Is it because you can see the bottom? Looks like a puzzle piece. There, now you can't. Was that the problem? We are out of treats. I don't know what you want. I'll just clean your box. How about that? I don't have treats. You tried to eat rice earlier, but you didn't want to pick it up off the floor. Hello, kitty. I don't have treats. Sorry, we're out. Ugh. Disgust and disdain, I know. So, we like to make chili in the pressure cooker. It's very good to have, especially on, well, chilly days. So we've made chili. Well, Russ has made chili. What he will do in the pressure cooker is he will brown the meat, in this case ground turkey. Like we have a brown setting. He'll do that. He'll brown it completely. Then he will add a can of tomatoes and also spices. And this is his version of chili. You'll notice there is like hardly any liquid in here at all. It's because he likes his, says he wants it as thick as possible. But here's the thing. There is a difference between thick and chunky. There's no sauce, hardly any sauce in there in order for it to be thick. Okay? So apparently he likes meat. It's seasoned meat and tomatoes. This is not chili. This is not what I consider chili. I'm going to make proper chili in here one of these days. Well, what I would consider proper chili, still an easy pressure cooker thing. I don't put noodles in my chili because I would consider that goulash. Anywho, I also don't put beans. There's no beans in chili. No bean chili. I would do the meat. I would do tomato. It'd be pretty tomato forward. Would be like a tomato puree or tomato paste. If you want to use paste, that would be fine too. I would do like tomato puree with crushed tomatoes, and this is not crushed but diced. There's also diced tomatoes, so I would do crushed tomatoes and diced tomatoes and tomato puree. So very tomato forward, but I would also use the beef or turkey in here, season it proper, and I would not drain the hell out of my tomatoes to make it so dry and chunky. And if I wanted to thicken the sauce, then that's what the tomato paste is for thickening the sauce. If you don't have tomato paste, you'd have to like add flour or something to thicken the sauce. But there's no sauce in here. It's just meat and tomato. I tried to convince them to add a little sauce, maybe thicken it up or whatever, but no. You don't want to do it that way. Okay, well, it's ready. Time to eat. I am watching The Bee Who Stole Christmas. The B stands for the B word, and if you don't know what that is, you're way too young. Oh, I can't show you now. The kitty moved. But she had her back feet. Like, their feet are right here, but she had them, like, just out, like, back here. Not way back here, because that would mean she's, like, really long. But just, like, stretched out, laying on her belly. It was funny. Anyway, I'm watching The Bee Who Stole Christmas. And that's what I'm watching. So RuPaul's doing I don't know if RuPaul's doing it or just VH1 or whatever, but they have a drag queen of the universe, right? And I guess one of them is they identify as a cisgender straight man, and he does drag. Okay, so I have a question for homeschooling people, or people who are being homeschooled. How does that work? Do you have a curriculum? Do your parents need to have like some certain level of education in order to be able to homeschool? Are there different rules in like different states about homeschooling? Like, are you required to take tests or whatever? You know how like schools, I don't know if they still do, but we have standardized testing. I'm not sure. With standardized testing, is that something you have to do? I don't understand how homeschooling works. Also, do homeschool kids really have like a social a problem with socializing with like regular teens? I mean, you're a regular teen or whatever. You're a regular person, but you don't go to public school or even a private school, you know, like just out in the world. How does it work? I'm just curious. So that's what's on my mind right now. And now I'm going to bed because it's a little bit after 10 o'clock and I need to go to bed. Tomorrow I have to work for 6 hours, but it will be overtime pay, which is time and a half. And I'm good with that. Yeah. So, I shall see you tomorrow. Have yourself a good night. Toodles.